Okay, welcome back. So, this is my update on this travel Berkey. Now, I just want to go over a couple of things about the travel Berkey, like far as the setup, how long does it take for the water to actually filter through the filters and down to the bottom half of the container. Now, just to just to be clear on certain things, okay, you have this. You're gonna come with, if you get the travel Berkey, it's gonna come with two filters. You have your, of course, you have what you see here. Some people call it spigot. I say spout. Then you have your top and so on and so on. But prior to you installing, you want to prime the filters, and this is what this item here is for. You would actually put it on the tip of the outlet. Then you would get your faucet. You would take it to your faucet, and then you would just turn the faucet on just a little bit. And what you want to do is you're going to prime the filters, each filter, until you see until they start coming from out the pores inside of the charcoal filter. Now, what I should have done was I should have took one out and showed you how it worked. But what I can do here, since I already took the water out of the top here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, you see here, when you add the water, it filters through and it's going to drip out these ports here. Now, if you were, before you started, before you put this together, you want to prime these filters. So what you would do, you would put that on there. Let's get that up there like that, like so. Then you want to take it to your faucet, and then you would just put it up to your faucet like so, and then you would turn the water on just a little bit, so that it you can get some water inside. And what that's going to do, it's going to start priming the filters. And you also want to rinse the filters. As you can see, that's how it sits in there. You see that? You want to rinse the filters off because it's still charcoal. You want to rinse them off, and yeah, for approximately a couple of minutes. I do a couple of minutes. I did it for a couple of minutes. I'm not sure. It's your preference how long you want it, but I just did it for a couple of minutes. And what I did, once I rinsed it, I set it up where it added some water in there. I primed it. I let it cycle through. And then once it cycled through the first time, I poured that out. Get all the, little particles, whatever's in there. So I let it cycle through, rinsed it out, and then I applied, I washed the filters off again, because I did notice when once I cycled it the first time, it was like real gritty. So that's telling me that it was filtering your home water. It was real gritty. I was like, wow. So these filters are definitely working. And yeah, so I cycled it through, and then I poured that cycle out, and then I started again. Now, once you got your, let me get that out of there. Now, let's put the top on here. Now, once you once you have your water in, once you clean your, let me see, because what I used once I cycled it through, and I felt that it was a little gritty, I just took this little green little scrub thingy that I got from the dollar store, and I kind of scrubbed the filters out just to get all that sediment, because it was like sandy. I'm not sure what was going on with that, but yeah. So it definitely filters. But yeah, I cleaned it off. And this is how you would clean it. You don't want to use any soap. You want to just use your running water, and you want to clean the filters off like that. You want to get something like this. Don't be gentle. You know, depends on where you're. Depends on what type of. If you got well water, if you just out in the say the woods or whatever, and yeah, one thing I want to say, when you're using this Berkey, you don't want to just go on and add dirty water, putting it in there. You just don't want to do that. If you're out in the field and you're at a stream or wherever you want to filter water, try to get the cleanest part of the source. Don't just pour dirty water in there, because when I read the manual, it states that you still want to add your you want to get your water purifier pills if you're doing it that way. If the water is not filtered, like coming from your tap, you want to still add the pills. That's what the manual says. You know, some people may want to boil it. You know, I don't know, but you still have to get it room temperature to pour it in here. But that's just to, keep that in mind. You don't want to just add the dirty water in there. Because I've seen some videos where people will just, add the dirtiest water you can get. And I'm talking about they have green algae, whatever. Not saying that this won't filter it, but I'm just giving you the feedback on what the manual says. So you're out there, you're at a stream, pond, whatever you want to do. Try to get the cleanest part of that pond, and then you want to put it in your Berkey, and then you want to be on the safe side. You want to add your pills, your water treatment pills to that, but that's totally up to you. Now, back to the filters. Yeah, once you clean the filters, because if you find yourself not getting that constant flow, like wow, it's not filling the bottom half, that's when you want to clean your filters off. They do say 3,000 gallons, and these filters, I'm telling you, man, it states that it does filter out a lot of bacteria, hard metals and stuff like that. And also, this has a 2-year warranty from the manufacturer, just to keep that in mind. Says do not use soap when you're cleaning the filters. Yeah, I mean, this thing right here, man, so far so good. Actually, I didn't pour the bottom half out because this was my second fill up. So the first fill up I did, I just let it run through and I poured it out. So I kind of like primed the whole system out just to see how it would work. And now when I filled it up the second time, I kept it in here. And I'm going to tell you, man, I don't usually drink the tap, but man, I'm telling you, no smell, no odor. You know how you can run your faucet? I'm not sure. It depends on your location. But if you get up to it, you're like, it just don't taste right. Especially if you're used to drinking filtered water. It's like once I started drinking filtered water, man, I try to drink that. Nah. Now, if you're out there and you're thirsty, then you're not going to worry about it. But man, you definitely can tell a difference when you're used to drinking clean, pure water. And I'm telling you, man, get yourself a travel Berkey or Berkey or some type of filtration system for your water. This unit here, guess what? Flip that sucker over. Oh, one thing I wanted to let you guys know. Now, this is the thing that I saw on, excuse me, this is the thing I saw in a couple of videos. People would clean their Berkey out when they're camping. Then, when you go to pack it away, now remember, this is where you're putting all that water that has to be treated inside of here, the top portion. Now, when you're packing this Berkey up, they'll make a difference what kind of Berkey you're doing. I saw people flipping it back over inside of flipping the part that they use to filter, flip it over, and then have all that sediment just seep down in here. No, not a good idea. What you should do, you want to get yourself a piece of plastic, something that's leak proof. If you're going to do it that way, you're done with your Berkey, and you want to keep your filters in there, that's if you're traveling like that. You know, some people don't want to take the filters out and separate them. But if you do, and all your water is gone from the bottom, why don't you place a piece of plastic, leak-proof plastic. That way, when you turn this unit over, none of that filth that was up here, or that non-filtered water, whatever you have right here, will get inside that bottom there. So just keep that in mind. But yeah. So now this Berkey, it's approximately 17 inches. 17 inches. Nice and compact. They do have a stand for this. I really don't need it. I kind of like it where it's at. You know, you can sit it because it has that rubber base right there that you can, you know, it's portable. You know, they have larger Berkey. They have 2-gallon Berkeys. They have, I think the largest one I saw was, what was it? Almost 4 gallons. I don't need that much. That's like for a community. But yeah. So when I filled this up the second time, I actually timed it. It took approximately, and you don't want to overfill it. So I filled it up to the top. So it took approximately about an hour and 45 minutes. Hour and 45 minutes, or it could be less than that. But because I was doing some other things, but when I checked, this was full, and it got down to, let me show you again. You can see down in there, it got down to, see where those plastic meet the base? It stopped filtering right there. So it had a little bit of water at the bottom, and that's when I knew it was done. Yeah, about an hour or some change, depending on how you primed it. If you primed it correctly. I'm gonna do it again because I'm constantly drinking this water, and I'm telling you, yeah, man, clean water. So what I'm trying to find, because when I went back on eBay, the seller said he was sold out, so I guess I took the last one. They do have these on Amazon, but the price is, I don't know if they jacked the prices up, but now they want approximately almost $258. I paid $226. I'm not sure if that was the last product or I just caught a sale, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, you can search on Amazon, you can search on eBay, get yourself a travel Berkey. Yeah, and it's definitely worth the money. Like I said, the filters, what the manual states, that it can last for approximately 3,000 gallons before you change these filters out. You know, it all depends on how often you use it. You know, so yeah. So that's my take on the travel Berkey. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Okay, before I go, I just wanted to mention about the Faraday bags. These are EMP proof bags. I did purchase this one off of Amazon. You can protect your valuables, all your electronics. They do have different sizes. You know, this one I have right here for cell phones. I mean, even if you got it on, you put that sucker in there, you fold it up, no signal, no nothing. Someone's tried to, if you do have it in your bag, if anyone's trying to call you, it's going to go straight to your voicemail. This blocks the signal. EMP proof. With all that stuff going on, you want to protect your electronics. All right, hit that like button, and I'm definitely out right now. And subscribe.